In the words of the great Adam from the Skate anime, what is up, my bitches and bros and non-binary hoes?
Well done. Well done. That speaks to the demographic. Gotta.
I swear on this tangent, the dubbing in anime in the last couple of years is getting crazy out here with what we're able to say.
Man, I gotta jump back in. I had some friends trying to baptize me in the anime culture, and I just can't stick with it. But I like it. I love it. I appreciate it.
And our new fan, Ace Hand Nation,
Hey,
really
what's up?
appreciated it too.
Making friends, Mikey. Making them laugh.
Yes, but hello, all my bitches and bros and non-binary hoes. Again, I pulled a mini there for a hot second. Love him. But hello, everyone, and welcome back to BC WrestlePod, your one-stop shop for non-stop wrestling shenanigans and post-show breakdowns as we talk about things we love and have questions about through all our favorite promotions. And tonight, you happen to join us for our All Elite Ensemble review. The weekly AEW Post-Show Breakdown here at BC WrestlePod. Of course, my name is Mikey. I am El Jefe of BC WrestlePod. I run the 1s and 2s. I do the 3s and 4s and the 5s and 6s as I try to keep this whole empire on my broad football linebacker shoulders.
Aww.
Listen, they are very, very broad. It makes finding shirts really annoying. That's why I wear tank tops half the time.
My shirts are too small. I mean, not the worst problem in the world. Does Benny's name say Springboard Bear Hug?
Exactly. Listen, it is BC WrestlePod, so we are going to get as many bear jokes as we can.
No, it's brilliant. I just quickly glanced and I was like, wait. Oh, that sounds amazing. Like that could either feel great or awful, but I'll let that joke write itself.
Yes, you will. But speaking of which, I mean, of course, I got most of the crew here with me tonight. Of course, as mentioned, we got Springboard Bear Hug himself, Benny, in the building.
That's awesome.
Yeah, last week was Baron von Latchkey.
That's right. Brilliant.
Greetings and salutations. Let's rock and roll.
Heck yeah. And of course, rounding out our trio tonight is the Professor with an exclamation point at the end of his name.
Hi everybody. Dynamite was super fun. I'm loving Collision too. I'm getting to watch that more and more because I've had time for it. I'm going to say this now so I'm not interrupting the podcast later on. JR on commentary had some of the funniest, most rando one-liners. And I was telling you all before we started, but I wanted to make sure that I heard him say, "What did the fat guy say to the hose? Falling." Like, wait, what? He just dropped it in there. And then it was like 15 seconds of silence. And then Excalibur like, "Oh yeah, that had to hurt," like out of nowhere.
They're just like, how do you approach this?
But I can't tell if they're like laughing. It's not like when Taz was there saying something and then we all kind of laugh and go, okay, they're trying to break each other up. They were literally like, yeah, Grandpa said that. Cool. And then like moving on to the next topic.
Honestly, it
was great though.
I feel like we all have had that with our own grandparents or sometimes even our parents where they say something offhand and then we're just like, don't know how to respond, but we're going to move on.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, exactly. There's no way to ingratiate this. Let's just keep doing something else. Thanks. Oh, goodness.
It's fantastic. But we are here to review Dynamite and Collision as we always do, specifically the Wednesday, January 7th edition of Dynamite and the Saturday, January 10th edition of Collision. Yeah. And everything is building up because we have Maximum Carnage tomorrow night for Dynamite. So we are going to see some stuff go down there. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Professional wrestling is off to a really interesting start in 2026.
Yeah, that's one way of saying it.
I mean, we'll get into the highs and the lows of the AEW programming from this past week. But let's jump into everything. Well, actually, before that, really quickly, you like what you see on the screen? Or you're like, you want to explore more of like these lovable weirdos talking about wrestling? Well, we got the stuff for you. YouTube, Twitch, and Kick is where you can find all of our stuff. including edited versions of YouTube if you don't want to sit through a full hour. So sometimes they could be edited down to 45 minutes and you can just put us all around in background noise. It's really, really fun. But if dedicating hours of watching, videos is not your thing, but you still want to interact with us, pick your favorite social media site. We're probably there, where you could see the BC WrestlePod report cards, predictions leagues, previews of the TV shows, lots of other fun stuff at BC WrestlePod. We have some merch at our store, bcwrestlepodshop.fourthwall.com. And then, of course, the coffee bot to help us pay for pay-per-views out here, because in this economy, every little bit helps.
And some of us have a spicy site. Just type in the right keywords.
And you can find it. Professor's going to give me his @ later.
It's a guessing game.
So it's a guessing game. It's fantastic. Also, I think this would be now a good time to tell our newest member, Springboard Bear Hug Benny over here, that for the last 2 years, we have been teasing a BC WrestlePod like sexy fireman calendar shoot. You are now Mr. August. Yeah!
Welcome to August.
Hit that Young Bucks pose,
Please. That's what it's got to be. We all have to do some sort of absurd thing. If nothing, just to say we did it. Like, I don't know if anyone's going to want it.
Yes, exactly.
It'll be an auctioneer item. It'll be like, there's only one in circulation, and here you go.
Well, I think I might know a community that might be into that.
I mean, it could be great fundraising. You just got to do it right. No, you're not wrong. Yeah.
Be like, Ted, you know what? I was going to say, I have a friend named Chris. He knows all the ins and outs of these different communities he's involved in. So never say never. But let's get into everything. We have gone on long enough with the intro. Let's get into why we're here to talk about AEW. So let's start with AEW Dynamite from this past Wednesday. And we're going to talk about something. I mean, they talked about it during the show, but for those of us who were on the social media sites at random, like before the show too, I'm so excited. So
oh my God.
Renee is backstage and she is telling the audience at home, be like, somebody attacked Jetspeed. They're not ready to fight. And so, of course, we have Don Callis and the Demand come out. And so it's just like, yeah, of course. Jetspeed have be beefing with the Demand and the Don Callis family in different parts over the last month or so. But my biggest thing is apparently we now have a new member of the Don Callis family, Jake Doyle, also still going by formerly known as Jake something. And I cried. Like, oh my God, he's back on my screen.
Yeah.
Definitely confirmed that he did not re-sign with TNA, which I was just like, yeah, it's about time he go somewhere else because TNA hasn't been doing much with him, and I'm very, very sad. But not only did they have Jake Doyle on my screen, but they have paired him up with, Mr. Dunkzilla himself, Mark Davis, as a tag team, and I was just like, that is a sandwich I want to be a part of so bad.
Did you catch that Davis and Doyle D&D?
Yes. I was like, yes.
I see what they did there. Yeah.
I mean, I know Jake is a nerd, but I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if Mark was a nerd too.
Definitely. You're right. Like TNA wasn't doing anything with Jake something. And his run in DPW the past year should have put him on everybody's radar. And I'm just glad he's here, man. Let's get to it.
I'm sure a lot of folks are upset with the way TNA has been running things, and I'm sure some of our hosts here could dive deeper into that. I'm not gonna. We got more things to talk about.
Tune in for our thoughts.
Exactly. I did hear this on the social media right before I got a chance to watch the Dynamite. I'm not familiar with them. I have seen some of their highlights and stuff, but I'm excited to have them both here. And that's just one of another.
Yes, what you're going to talk about.
Who's coming.
We got a redo of it later. I loved it though. It's like hours after Dynamite went over, Speedball Mike Bailey posted on the social media. It's like, I thought what we had was special because they were tag team champs in DPW. I was just like, oh Lord, I love this. It's just like, I thought what we had was special. So, oh man, I'm so excited. And this was before the show. Now let's get into the actual show. I love that. First of all, I love that Shelton Benjamin had to clarify that he wasn't crying backstage before he came out. Because people are like, "Oh my gosh, I hope Shelton Benjamin's okay." He's like, "Guys, I just put water on my face. Calm down."
I'm fine. I thought they were really measured. I'm not saying slow. They were very calm and hesitant the first half of this. If you watch it, there was some miscues. There was a few things that I think they were calling each other spots a lot to start this one. Mm-hmm. Nothing bad, right? Both of them are fantastic. They go into the crowd great. They're cool. Shelton missed that flying. I'm not even sure what that kick was. He just kind of threw a kick out in the middle of nowhere, missed it, and Moxley just kind of stood there like, yeah, and you missed. And I'm going to move on. So I think they were a little heady, but still a great match. The second half of this was awesome. I thought commentary really supportive on this one. It was a cool way to start. And I love me Shelton Benjamin. I'm biased. Like, I'll watch him do crazy stuff all day.
Baller.
Absolutely. Like, I'm the same way. Like Shelton Benjamin. I'm here for it all day. Like, I really like the second half of this match where it picked up. Like, it sort of felt like Mox is on this new I want to like strong style run right now. Like where he's bringing this like New Japan style out of like everybody. Like, all right, let's stand up and fight.
There was sort of blood spectacle John Moxley, and then there was evil supervillain John Moxley, and now we're sort of in that I'm just going to hit you as hard as I can, John Moxley, which he's probably always been that, but now he's sort of highlighting it a bit more. I agree with you. They got a full 25 minutes for this. Like, this was a good amount of time they got.
Definitely. And the right man won, of course, but going back to the JR thing, like I was it's always great to see JR, like well, anyways.
JR, glad you're here. Anyway.
I'm glad he's here.
100%. So we pretty much went to almost the time limit draw, but Moxley was able to get one over on Shelton. They shake hands, which was very, very nice to see. And Moxley is on this tear. So this is going to be a fun run for Moxley. And I can't wait to see where he continues to go with this kind of Orange Cassidy-esque, like what he did with the International Championship. It's just like, we're just going to have matches because we can. So we move on, though, because after this match, let me just get this set up. There we go. Darby is on the hunt for Pac, and he is looking, and I did not put a picture in for later, but later, Darby would find Pac, and we get a match made between the two of them for tomorrow at Maximum Carnage.
Is Darby okay? Like, he's acting really weird lately. Not just sort of like,
he's lost so much blood.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if he'll ever be the same, right?
For reals.
And I just because I'm not saying brain damage, and you have to be a little bit crazy to do what he does anyway. But there's like crazy and eccentric and crazy and medicated, and now he's leaning more one way than the other, right?
Yeah.
And I love him to death. I just hope he's okay. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. So we get a match made between Darby and the Bastard Pac tomorrow night at Maximum Carnage for Dynamite. Should be a good time because I really enjoyed their first encounter at Full Gear. So now we're going to get a part 2, and I'm excited to see where that goes.
Yeah, should be fantastic. Should be.
Yeah, but after Darby is on the manhunt for the Bastard, we move into... So... AEW didn't update the graphics, so this is the one that we got, right? So, originally scheduled, it was going to be Jungle Jack, Perry, and Jet Speed taking on the Demand. Of course, as we know, Jet Speed was attacked prior to the show, So the Demand thought that, oh, you know what? And now it's going to be a 3-on-1. So this should be easy. But, oh, howdy, were these boys wrong? Because we ended up getting in this match, we had the Young Bucks join Jungle Jack Perry. And so it was a full trios match. And, of course, shenanigans. We are getting Super Kick Party Young Bucks again, which makes me kind of excited. I like Super Kick Party Young Bucks.
So is this the first time we've seen Super Kick Party Young Bucks in a while?
At least
or
a hot while. Yes.
Because I knew it was EVP and then they lost it over the summer. And then I know they were appearing sporadically. But for me, I was like, oh my God, is this the first time we've seen Rockers Light? As an old friend of ours used to say in a long time.
Yes.
Damn. I mean, that's super cool. Like that's really neat.
Yeah. It was great to see Rocker Light, a Young Bucks. All the tassels.
All the tassels, all the hair, all the perfect.
Yeah, the Super Kick Party theme, I'm not really a nostalgia guy, especially for things that happened 5 years ago. But but this was nice. It was nice to see the old Young Bucks and young old. Oh, never mind.
The old Young Bucks. Yeah, no, I got you.
The youngins, the older young ones. Like, I was like, what is happening?
I will say for this was super fun. Like I was having, that felt like a little kid kind of watching this one, right? This was an action figure match, something I used to say a lot, where it's just, let's just do crazy things. I'm going to say this. I shouldn't say this. I'm not invoking another promotion. Jack Perry and the Young Bucks do the best super kicks in the business. They just do. There's a few in TNA that are good, don't get me wrong, and I'm sure CMLL has their folks, but the other big promotion that shall not be named, they can't do super kicks to save their life, and it makes me sad because I know they're athletic, but they can't throw them like these guys can. And just
make sure to protect that Horcrux from them.
Yeah, right. And then Ricochet is still the number one bestseller probably in.
Oh my God! When we get to Collision, that one fan won the internet for me.
Dude, insane what Ricochet does, and it's a shame that he loses so much because he sells so good. But damn, this was so much fun.
It really is. And also, I think because Ricochet's like, yeah, I'll lose. It's fine. And because then he gets opportunities like this man's is going to be in Mexico this weekend in CMLL defending that national championship against.
Yeah.
Hold up. Let me look this
up. To lose the way he does and be loved for it, he's special. He's super cool.
It's the main event this Friday, too. Ricochet is taking on New Japan and CMLL star Titan. So that's going to be amazing.
Oh, man.
There's a lot of AEW folks this weekend in CMLL. Like Roddy's gonna be there, which is crazy. The Gates of Agony are taking on my boyfriend Soberano Jr. Like, no, he's everybody's boyfriend because his moniker is El Novio of CMLL. I'll send you pictures later.
That's funny. Please keep me posted.
I will. So. Young Bucks and Jungle Jack Perry win, but then, of course, chaos ensues. We have the beefiest boys and my hookups for later come in to storm the ring. And then we had the lights go out. Andrade has a part 2 Electric Boogaloo re-debut here. And then FTR comes out with Stokely in a wheelchair because, they still donating to the cause, which I was just like, fantastic.
I love that Andrade is there. I think he had more fun in AEW anyway. I think he was getting to do a lot more. He was just getting to do a lot more. I mean, we saw now, because we were reviewing the other promotion at the time, when he had some great runs with Carmelo Hayes. He did some fun stuff, but they just kind of stopped using him, particularly when an ex-wife of his started getting pushed a certain way, and then all of a sudden Andrade was gone less than a year later, which is, not a question mark at all. I do think he'll do cooler, better things in AEW, especially when he has that whatever CMLL or New Japan stuff he wants to do. He's just got more opportunity here. I like him as a heel. I've always kind of liked him better as a heel. I think he's just more fun that way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's Don Callis, so we're supposed to hate him. Fine, but he should be an evil. He should be the evil drug kingpin. And I think someday they'll do that for him. But happy. I was excited to see him.
Good job, lawyers.
I completely agree. Like, I'm always a big fan. I've always been a big fan of Andrade. Like, and it's pretty funny that, like, when they turn off the lights, like, that's what broke the lights apparently. Because, like, I remember during like the lights kept going on and off.
So the lights were broken for like the next hour, right?
Yeah,
like, they just didn't work.
Essentially. Because when we get to Willow Celebration, I was like, we forgot to pay the electricity bill.
There's that whole segment in the dark. There's a whole 2 other matches where they're on, they're off. They're on, they're off. Like in between commercial breaks.
So much and when we get to the main event too, I was like, so much for a lights out match.
You know what? Actually, I thought that was a pretty rad presentation, and then realized that, like, oh, this probably shouldn't be this way, because they finally
turn the lights back on.
there was a part of me that was like, that's kind of an interesting shadowy choice. All right, I don't hate this.
It's really good, but it can be really hard. I feel like if they're gonna do it, so again, not to invoke another promotion, but I can't because they're the lesser 3 evils. NXT has had a couple of lights out matches over the last couple of years. And when they do it, the lights will be out, but then everything is like black lighted. So the wrestlers would wear colors that can show up bright under black light, weapons and black light. It was pretty decently cool. It was pretty cool. But chaos is ensuing.
Better than a Gatorade match.
Yeah. And then, of course, I found out earlier today that because of this segment, we're getting a fatal 4-way tag team match between the Bucks, the Gates of Agony, D&D, our new favorite tag team, and Jet Speed. And winner will get a match against FTR for the championships. I'm like, baller, because So I was just like, I feel like we have our tag team division for a good chunk of the first half of this year, at least.
Oh, that's what that was about. Like, I was like making connections, like fantasy booking in my head, is this because like Andrade, like 3 years ago paid off FTR to win the AAA World?
That was also very true. Man. I was like, that's crazy.
Wow, good knowledge. Yeah,
I love it. But no, I'm excited for all of this. This is fun. I'm looking forward to that contender match tomorrow evening. But we keep this post-show breakdown going because next we get our TBS Championship live celebration in which half of the electricity forgot to be paid for this one. I will say though, I'm gonna let these pictures show, right? So like this was probably one of my favorite segments just because I love me some absurdity. So, of course, Willow is in the ring with Renee, and then Harley and Chris are there. We have tables. We have party poppers. We have cake. It is fantastic. Willow is excited. And then Mercedes, Willow wants to have Mercedes come out, and then Mercedes comes out looking like she's all in white, but she's in mourning.
You talk about anime characters. She comes walking down like a huge anime character, this big dress and thing. Oh, man.
And then when she takes it off, like the hair is a mess. Like she looks like she hasn't slept in days. I was just like, I love that we're repurposing outfits to be now like funeral wear.
Yeah.
So Willow, thanks Mercedes, because Mercedes has held this championship, is the longest reigning championship. And she not only has put the TBS championship, defended it a lot, but she's been wrestling around the world, and Willow gives her props. And so she wants to thank her, and Willow wants to, celebrate with her. Mercedes has the crash out of the century right now because then she starts screaming. She flips tables. So she pulls a New Jersey Housewives, which is fantastic. Harley is trying to get her in the party mood. Harley gets pushed. She tries to hit Willow. And then for her efforts, runs into the cake that Chris is holding. And then Willow because anytime there's cake, somebody's always going through it. Willow and it's her one of her moves for Mercedes to land on the cake, and Mercedes sells beautifully as she's just there dying. Yeah. And then to add to the disrespect, and which would push it over the edge as one of my favorite stupid moments from this week in AEW, we had a conga line over Mercedes' body with everybody, including Renee.
With Renee getting into it. Like, oh, I'm in on the joke. I'm going to be in this conga line.
I need more conga lines in wrestling because they are hilarious.
I love that it's a trope now that when there's a cake, someone's going not into the cake, they're going through the cake.
Yeah.
The last few times we've seen a cake in AEW, it's like, oh, you're going to get thrown through the table or through this cake. It's not just in your face. Hilarious.
And the crazy part is this is like Mercedes' second time through the cake in the span of like 2 months, too.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I thought this was super fun. The lights made it different, but so what?
Well, one thing I thought is that like they here's an inside term for you, Professor. They blocked this very well, like because like the cake wasn't. You're not paying attention to the cake in the scene at all, right? Like even when Mercedes comes out, like they're shooting Mercedes from the side, and like you're not expecting it.
Yes.
And then she turns back around and boom.
Yep. In the theater, we call that delaying the event, right? Good knowledge on you, Benny. Very well done. Yeah, you see it in the camera just a little bit, and you go, huh, weird. There's a cake out there. And we forget about it until all of a sudden we remember as the event happens. You're absolutely right.
Exactly. And as you said, Mikey, like the conga line around around Mercedes' dead body.
Her dead body.
Cherry on top was so good. I love silly moments like this. And again, I'm excited to see where Willow's second championship run as TBS champion goes. And I'm really looking forward to hopefully this year inevitably being able to hold AEW Women's World Title gold. But I am happy she is a double champ. And Babes of Wrath and Chris Statlander will be very busy this Saturday. And tomorrow night, they are even more busy because of who they are facing. We're going to get into that in a little bit. But right now, we got to keep it going because next, Mark Briscoe cuts a Mark Briscoe promo. Love him for it. Moving on. He congratulates Willow. I was like, is this a pre-tape? Like, what do we do? He's like, this is like one of those be like, and this is your life. Nobody do those segments ever again. Like,
just when he's
sucker for...
Go ahead, go.
My bad.
No,
I was
just
gonna say like I'm always a sucker for a Briscoe on the farm promo, and the white gold on this belt really makes it pop, man.
So
like
clean.
The gold trim at least, man.
It's
Good
a cool
stuff.
belt. It looks good.
Yeah.
Normally the TV titles always look kind of like you bought them at Claire's.
They look janky.
Yeah, right. This one's like, oh, that's a cool belt. I will say Mark Briscoe has sort of mastered this technique of where you going, and the moment you think he's lost, he hits you with the next sentence, and you go, oh, you are making a point. Oh, okay, great. Like he's so good at that. It's quite good.
We love him. So he issues a word of caution to Echiseto for Collision as they will have their match, and he's ready for him. I was like, good job, Mark. We'll see you on Saturday. Love it. So after this Mark Briscoe encounter, listen, I have questioned Sammy Guevara's like wannabe telenovela star acting that was the previous week, but something that is undeniable to me, when Sammy really wants to give it, he will give it. This match was pretty fun. Bandito versus Sammy Guevara. I was just like, this was just great fun. Of course, Bandito needs a tune-up match before MJF tomorrow night, and I had fun with this. I just really want to see Sammy wrestle more because it feels like we don't get to see him do it that often as much right now.
Well, he took a year off, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, they had him and Ty had a whole kid, so it's just like, I get that.
There's
So
a baby.
slowly getting back in.
He had an injury that was kind of undisclosed, right? We didn't know what was hurting, but he was messed up for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken, I could be paraphrasing. I don't remember. I've warmed up to Sammy. Like, I really enjoy watching him and seeing him run with Bandito. I was like, oh, damn, y'all are fantastic. I do think certain wrestlers oversell Bandito's finish. Like, they stand on the ropes with their butt up a little too long, as opposed to, oh, look, I've discovered I'm in the ropes, as opposed to Sammy that's like, give it to me. It's like, hey, you have your own style. That's fine. Sammy had actually a really funny moment here where they cut to the, at least from where I was watching, they cut to the picture-in-picture commercial, and then Sammy goes to the headset and starts talking. Like, we can't hear you. We're never going to know what you said. Thanks for playing. But no, super solid. Like, I thought this was fun.
This was a fantastic match, as you said. Like, I'm also in the same boat. Like, the more I don't know if I could deal with Sammy weekly, but like every once in a while, he comes on. I'm like, oh, Sammy's great. Go away, and then come back. Like
For you, Benny, it has to be in small doses as Sammy Guevara.
He's better. He's better as when he's that snarky heel, which he's really good at. That's kind of the point. It's like, I hate you. Go away. But he's so good at
that. Exactly. He's just like, when you hear that, like, Andrade, like, had smacked him, you're like, yeah, I gotta see why.
I was like, Andrade had some points.
Sammy got his nose busted up a little bit in here. I don't know on what spot it was. I was trying to rewatch and catch it, but he got chopped up a little bit here. They were working hard.
Sammy is always at the receiving end of somebody slapping the piss out of him, whether it was for backstage beef or onstage beef. Like, let's go through the list. Bandito here, Andrade, Eddie Kingston.
I would not want to be slapped by Andrade or chopped by Eddie. Like, those are two things that are not on my list.
Absolutely.
Seriously.
Like, what was it? Like MJF, like when he came out, like after this, like to run him down, like when MJF took the 21 plex, he did like a rock stunner set, a rock stunner shell. Ran out of breath.
Went right over the shoulder, kicked his legs up, fell out of the ring. He's like, that was brilliant.
Amazing. So this was a really fun match. Bandito gets this win as he heads into his match with MJF. But speaking of Max, you guys, like, Max comes out, and I was just like, Abraham Lincoln, what you doing? Oh, it's John Cruz. Never mind. That is a joke that the CMLL crew has, because literally when Max went to face Místico at the Aniversario show in CMLL, John Cruz came out as Abraham Lincoln. I was like, damn. So Max comes out with John Cruz. We get a little bit of a promo off. Wasn't sure how I was going to feel about this, because knowing Max and any luchador, it always goes one of two ways, both of them very, very bad. But you know what? I didn't hate this one because John Cruz was the one to do most of the promo for Max in here. And so I was just like, I understand Spanish. This is great. And then, of course, Bandito coming back with I speak English, you bitch. I was just like, yes. And then this is to beat up John Cruz and Bandito.
This is not related, and I probably shouldn't even bring this up. Whoever's doing the Photoshop for the AEW slides and screens, look at this MJF.
For real?
They polished his forehead. They overpainted his cheeks and his hair. Like, what are you doing to these guys? Like, he doesn't even look real. Where is he? He doesn't even look like a human in that shot, man.
Flip it.
Dude, like, that's brutal. They did him dirty in those. Everyone else looks great, but MJF, it's like, oh, you used the huge airbrush on his face. What are you trying to do?
Turn that man's head into its own gravitational pull.
That's bad. That's tough. I would be upset if I was him, but I think he could spin it however he wants.
So yeah, it's gonna hurt tomorrow when Bandito loses, but it should be a really good match.
Oh, it should be amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun match. Never change, you guys. You know, at first I was not here for the DQ ending, but at the same time I was just like, if this progresses this storyline a little bit and we get some more rematches down the line between these two, I'm not gonna be mad at it. Because I did enjoy what I saw between Tony and Marina Shafir. I was just like, I am very interested to see how this is going to go. And then Daniel Garcia, and tonight will be the night that I fall for you, Wheeler Yuta, make their presence known. I was like, well, there it is. So I was like, we couldn't interfere with Moxley because of the rules of the Continental Championship, but this is where interference happens.
I think sometimes Marina Shafir goes too fast because she's so fluid as a martial artist.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes she gets a little ahead of herself physically. That being said, Tony's so good at what she does. She could kind of catch it and mold it and move it around. I thought this was fun. I had to warm up to it, but now at the end, I'm like, oh, okay, I see what we're doing. Okay, fun. I'm still mediocre on the Death Riders. I just think really Yuta could be doing more. I think Daniel Garcia is kind of stuck now. It's tough to watch. But I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, it feels like they're stuck in gear right now. Like, because there might be too many moving parts. Like, but this match was super fun. I really liked it. Like, it seemed like this was Tony bringing Marina up to her level. Like, because this was Marina mauling Tony for the majority of this.
There's some shots there too. There's that. Well, Tony saved her once because there was that one move on the outside that Marina missed, and Tony kind of caught her. I missed it in the replay. I can't remember. But yeah, you're right. Exactly. They were rocking each other. Please continue. I apologize.
Oh no. I completely agree with you. Like, there was a lot of stuff in this show. Marina's done a lot of work to get to this point, and it's really paying off, and you love to see it.
I love Marina, and I'm really happy that she's finally, in this position to do lots of stuff. Of course, I love Death Rider stuff is fun, but I do love her with Megan Main as well, which is really, really fun. And we'll talk more about that when we get to Collision. But yeah, Death Rider's interference is always a fun time. Main event time, lights out match as we have, Hangman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland taking on 2/3 of the Ops, or half of the Ops, because Shibata's also in here too. So, I don't want to say this was bad, but I feel, I don't have to mince my words here. It's my opinion, and I can say it. Hobbs carried the Ops in this match for his side of things. I was just like, I don't mind Hook trying to be a chicken shit heel, but I was just like, he is very limited in what he can do and what he can take. And so Hobbs is quite literally, metaphorically, and physically carrying this whole side of his team in this match. And then it's Hangman and Swerve, so they're going to do Hangman and Swerve stuff.
And I agree in that, mind you, I'm a 40-something-year-old bald man sitting at a desk. I am not an athlete. But there was a few years ago when we were watching Hook, and we were like, oh my God, Hook is the future. Hook's going to do everything. Hook's going to be this. We thought he was going to jump to the bigger promotions. AEW is a big promotion. We thought all the world of him. We thought he was going to get huge and jacked. We had all of these different ideas of what his career kind of will be and would be. And he's exactly where he was 2, 3, 4 years ago. And not even like gotten worse or improved, just he's exactly the same. And that's a shame. And I don't know if that's booking. I don't know if that's him or what they're willing to trust him with or not trust him with. I know he struggles on the promos, and they always have someone talking for him. Fine. The crowd loved him. right? Like they were all about him. And granted, I was gone for a while, but 2025 and the last few matches I've seen with Hook in it, it has not been the same. It's not been the same surprise, oh my God, Hook's killing it type of thing. I'm not sure if they don't know what to do with him or if they know what his direction, what they want him to be or do. I agree. Hobbs kind of carried Hook in this. Swerve and Hangman are going to be terrifying no matter what. I was confused that this was a lights out match and then they turned the lights on. And then they turned the lights off and then they turned the lights on. It's like, is this lights out match or on or what are we doing? Make a decision. Pick something. I think the ending was fine. I didn't hate it. JR had some quotables in this one that it didn't take me out of it, but definitely made me like, God damn it. Those cinder blocks are hard. Yeah. They're cinder blocks. Like stuff like that. Which is like, well, what'd you say? But again, like you said, I'm not saying it's bad. I kind of wanted I felt like they left something on the table. They could have had more from here.
Yeah. I've just sort of harping on this one for a while. That like I'm not trying to get down on them or on this match because I am also a bald man sitting at a desk, and like the thing is, right? You can't just keep hiding him in these gimmick matches because he's being overexposed and he can't even look good in the gimmick matches anymore. Like he's doing a rumble in Lewiston, Maine, I believe, and that's his first. I believe it's one of his first indie appearances that he's ever done. What are we doing? What are we doing? We're putting people on TV who don't know how to wrestle. Like, or the thing is, like, right? Like, you get all the like Hobbs, Swerve, and Hangman are all at least 10 years into the business, right? So they're leagues above them, and you just I don't know, it's floundering. I don't know how to get out of this, but this is a fun match.
No, I agree with you. And what's tough is Hook came in and had a lot of promise. I think he's still young. He's probably what, 24 at the most.
Yeah, still the throes of this
super young,
20s,
and I'm not. Yeah. And I don't want it to sound like I'm crapping on him because I teach 24-year-olds and there's a mixed bag. I get it, but they've sort of paired him up with folks waiting for him to excel. At least that's what it looks like to me. And I don't. It seems like he's kind of plateaued in this sort of, this is what I am. I'm not going to get any better or any worse. Had a great match with Samoa Joe a year ago. That one of the first matches of January 2025. Partly Samoa Joe holding them up and doing a lot of cool stuff with him, calling the stuff, making it happen. And some of the hardcore, what was was that the FTW belt that he was fighting for? Where you were like, okay, yeah, fine. And some of the hardcore, but yeah, the gimmicky matches and other stuff where it's sort of like you can lean on the stipulation. I really thought we'd be talking about Hook as like the new face of wrestling in general, when really we're talking about Hangman and Swerve holding up 1/8 of AEW and Hobbs being potentially a free agent that everybody wants, which has been a lot of big. So I love Hobbs too. I don't think AEW is going to be able to hold on to him because he's so good and so charismatic. But we'll see.
I agree. But as anybody can attest, like nothing, like let's say like for stand up, there's nothing can you need stage time, right? He needs stage time, like you need ring time away from the cameras, start, or something like that. Like start doing indies, you know what I mean? Like
literally go on his own
away from the camera to progress. You know, he needs to feel comfortable in the ring. That you know, some people just shrink away. You know, and I hope he finds it. I like him.
I do too, but I agree. I feel like he needs to go on his own little excursion, whether on the indies or spend a lot of time with some other peoples in the rings as well. But
can you imagine he spent a year and a half in Japan?
Honestly,
Exactly.
Can you imagine if he comes back 2 years from now after a year and a half in Japan and is just a monster? And go learn strong style. Like, go be that guy.
And we were talking about this last night during our Wrestle Kingdom post-show breakdown,
really?
Right? Because like half the time Japan will always send the young lions out, they work in the dojo, and then when they are ready to go, they get sent out to the stateside. Some get sent to Europe, some get sent to Mexico to learn and then bring that back. And then of course we also talked about how the wrestlers in those countries will exchange and also come to Japan to learn. I think that's what Hook needs. Go to Japan, or even just go works around some of the pretty solid independents too, and just pick up some things from like other people. There's a lot of people that he can learn from in the independent scene, or even in Mexico and Japan and all that stuff. But again, Hangman and Swerve do win the lights out match. We're going to keep these two preoccupied with, the rest of the ops, which is Mimosa Joe and, Ciabatta Bread himself. So, I mean, that is how Dynamite for us ended this week. So now let's get into the other half of our post show, which is Collision, where we have the graps and some story developments. There's a lot of story developments on this show. I was kind of pleasantly surprised of how much developing we're getting on Collision. And Collision is just fun. And we kick things off, though, with this match. Of course, we have a trios match. This is the Death Riders of Pac, Daniel Garcia, and Wheeler Yuta taking on Sky Flight, which, of course, is Scorpio Sky, who very happy to see that, he wasn't going to be out injured forever again, like I initially thought he was when he couldn't compete last week. And, of course, he is teaming up with Top Flight, which is, Darius and Dante. And, of course, as we all love, Jon Moxley is on commentary.
I thought Moxley was pretty good on commentary this time.
I love Moxley on commentary. Like, he was on commentary for the first 2 or 3 matches, Benny, at Final Battle for Ring of Honor, and he was really good. He knew his stuff. He knows his stuff.
He was great, and he was picking his spots for this one, and he actually gave Skyflight a lot of credit the first chunk of this. I thought this was fun. No real notes. I thought it was a great way to kick off Collision. Like, everyone was all in on this thing. I think Pac now has the #1 comb over in the business. Look at that. just shave it, man. Just let it go. Yeah. We're looking right at you. Either grow it down to your waist or shave it, buddy. I say that as a bald man sitting at a desk. No, super great. I thought that there were no real miscues in this. They were flying. Again, Wheeler Yuta is amazing in the ring, can do pretty much damn near anything. I hope someone coaches them up on how to talk. There's a few spots in the middle that I'm forgetting. I'm trying to watch the replay, bad podcasting, that were just super surprising and even caught Moxley off guard. Even Moxley was like, whoa, that was awesome. So fun stuff here. I thought this was great. I want to see more from Skyflight, Top Flight. I hope so, but Death Rider is still a stupid name. That's about it.
It's a stupid name, isn't
it? What's worse, Professor? Death Riders or Op? You muted yourself.
I muted myself. Death Riders is still like, I'm in an 8th grade punk brand. We're the Death Riders. Like, okay, cool, awesome. I get it. We guard the playgrounds at night. Yeah, we're the Death Riders. Ops is growing on me. I'm okay with it now. It's fine. Paragon is still like, what? Who are you? Like, so there are worse ones than that.
It's like Kyle O'Reilly came up with that name, didn't he? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, after he got hit with a shovel.
Yeah, right.
Bam! Paragon! Yeah, let's not listen to that guy.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, this match was super fun. I think Dante had a few new moves in this one, and I like that a lot. Like, I like Dante. I like Darius as well. Like, Darius had some nice combos. even though he was out of position and Willie Yoder had to jump out of the ring.
And you see the camera cut away real quick, not to show that he missed him.
Like, man, it's live TV. What can you do? You know. But anyways, like this match was really fun. Like everybody had a great chemistry in this.
Sure. Benny, I'm not cutting you off, but dude, like, hang on. I'm just reminded because Pac talks right to the camera. Sorry, bad podcasting. Like, dude, I'm ruining it. Like, there's not, like, just shave it, man.
Yeah.
Just let it go. It's not there anymore. And it's like Wheeler helped to comb it.
Like me. Well, I had.
I held on way too long. I look like a balding clown. Pac, don't wait too long. Shave your head, buddy. Sorry, Mikey. We're off the rails. Mikey, go ahead.
It's all good. So we move on from this opening trios bout, and we keep going. So after the match, I mean, because Miss, I was just like, we can't keep having these girls get injured, you guys. Like, Layla Gray is out on injury, but we do have Zeta Steel kind of stepping in for Skyflight. Her and Marina get into it, and then Megan literally pushes homegirl to the ground and beats her. I was like, I love Megan and Marina. I was just like, yes, mommy. What?
Megan Bain should be the Rhea Ripley of AEW, and I think it's a matter of time.
She really should just dominate everybody. Joey Janela, you are a lucky man.
I think that she'll get her flowers eventually. She's getting more and more reps. She's going to be great. Right now, it's Toni Storm and Mercedes Moné's like division to pick and whatever else, right? But I do think someday it's Megan Bain because my God, her look and how good she is and what she can do is just phenomenal.
Oh, it is fantastic. And again, her and Bozilla had some really cool spots in that 4-on-4 match at Stardom. Like, love them both. But yeah, so more Megan Bain and Marina Shafir. And you know what? Penelope Ford too. I love that they still have her on TV with these two. I love it. It's great. Oh man, we keep going though because I love these pictures. They are fantastic. So this is what happened. Roddy,
look at her face.
I love Lexi is doing the Lord's work out here on Collision. But two things of importance here. Roddy wants to let it be known that he is not part of the conglomeration, but you are part of the conglomeration because you ended up on their Christmas sweater. And Mark Briscoe is going to fight Ecchi Seto. This is the perfect pose to just juxtapose like just how crazy the conglomeration is with personalities. Like, I love it so much.
It's very much a Breakfast Club, like we're just all in detention together group.
It really is. So yeah, there's nothing really of substance here, but this was a really fun segment, and I love this picture because it's hilarious to me.
So that Lexi there really does. She got so much personality, man.
I love it. Shout out to Mrs. Large William.
Yeah. Is she really? I didn't know that.
She and Big Bill got married like what? Maybe like a couple months ago at this point.
Oh, good on them. Good.
Shout out to both of them, but yeah. I love Lexi's great. She's doing the Lord's work both in Collision and sometimes ROH too. Not as much as she used to before, but yeah, love it. Moving on though, because Brody King had a squash match and won. I'm not mad. I get to see Brody King on my screen. I'm very scared though for tomorrow night because I was just like, people are like, oh, Brody's gonna turn on Bandito. I'm like, say it ain't so.
I hope not. I really hope not. That make me sad.
I was just like, it's really going to be really hard for me to boo Brody King as a heel, especially since he is this lovable giant teddy bear, and also he don't fuck with ice.
I don't think the crowds will. I think they'll still cheer. I don't think they'll go full boo. I think we'll end up in that tweener place with him if he does that.
Be like, bro, Dito has been an experiment that I did not know I wanted until we got it, and now I will be forever sad if it is the end of it already.
And they've gotten 7-8 months out of it. It's incredible.
I was like, I like my new flavor of chip team. Please don't break them up.
And especially that now they're having the promo of showing Brody with his metal band and like talking and doing what he does. Like, I really hope they don't. I hope they don't. I hope they keep it honorable. I'm hopeful.
I was like, listen, the core message of Brody's band and the scene itself is just like, you can't make me boo that. Like,
right.
Yeah. The thing is, right? Like, one of Tony's biggest missteps in booking, right, is capitalizing on momentum, right? Like, so they're pretty hot right now. It would make sense, and that promo that he cut on Dynamite, I think it was. That reminds me a lot of ROH Brody King, who was not a good guy. Big bad Brody King. Love him. I'm here for it. I'm just gonna be the contrarian.
Benny wants to see the world burn. Benny doesn't care. No,
absolutely.
I think your momentum point is well taken, though. Like, if you want real heat and people tuning in, you could do it, and folks would be polarized, and that's what gets people to watch, right?
Absolutely.
Partly of what Mike and I are saying is like, but I like it, so I don't want to lose what I enjoy.
That's heat, baby.
You ain't wrong. No, you ain't wrong. Yeah.
Nope. So we shall see tomorrow what happens. Tony Khan, love you, but please don't. But we got to keep it going, though. If I could see Josh Alexander and Lance Archer beat up people every single week, I'm here for it.
It needs to get more absurd. It needs to be like at an Arby's. Like, it just needs to get more and more ridiculous.
It's in the parking lot of an In-N-Out somewhere.
It's at a college classroom. Like, it just gets more and more ridiculous every single time. Josh Alexander cuts a good promo. I'm liking it.
Yeah, heel Josh Alexander has been a lot of fun. I think he was a lot of fun when he turned heel in TNA towards the tail end of his run before he left the company last year. Like, so good.
He's been really he was really cutting a lot of really great heel promos, like in TNA, and like I agree, like he's a great heel, and like he's such a dickhead, you know. They can back it up.
Like, you can't wear amateur headgear in the ring and not be pretentious. You know what I mean? Like, you're a dick. Like, come on.
You know, like his pairing with Lance Archer. Yes, please. Like, Lance is gonna slam him around, and Josh is gonna put on the ankle lock. I'm good with it. I'm good.
I am too. So, if I could see people if I could see these two like get thrown around more, like, I am okay with it, and we're gonna have a good time. So we keep this going though, because after this little segment, also Lance Archer almost breaking the wood by throwing somebody into it was kind of hilarious as well, which was fantastic. After that, though, we get into this match, Comandante versus El Clone. God, I love Commander so much. I have to remember he is still in his 20s, you guys. This is crazy.
That makes me happy. We're gonna watch him forever, like, or have years to watch him.
Yeah.
I mean, we could talk about this one for hours. This was just super fun. They just know each other so well. How El Cologne does that? Hey, Saludito, say what's up?
What's up, Primo? This is Agent Lo-Fi. He's our unofficial fourth co-host at CMLL every Wednesday. He knows his lucha shit, and we love him for it. He's here just a fanboy for the luchadors.
Good timing. I don't know how Clone does that delayed Pele kick. It just boggles my mind that his back is arched and he's losing his balance, and then can whip that thing up there and look so clean every time. This was amazing. It's too early in the year for me to put match of the year type stuff out there, but this got me thinking about it because
collecting it.
That was really fun.
For reals. Yeah.
This was such great lucha.
Absolutely really right, dude.
Yes. Welcome. Like it's such great lucha. Like I like Commander a lot as well. Like he seems like he's evolving. Like at first it was sort of like one trick, like he does the tightrope thing, and but now he's just like adding stuff to the ground game. I like that a lot. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, we could talk about this match for days, but I think Primo over here said it. This was amazing. And the fact that both of these men do have lots in their arsenal to pull off more stuff too. So it's fantastic. El Clan does beat Commander, but I'm loving it. And whenever we get Hologram returning, that match is also going to be really, really fun. Between the two of them, this is fantastic stuff for sure. But moving on from, yeah, that is very true. That corkscrew run from Commander is crazy.
Man, that thing was gorgeous. I forget that they're always leaving a little bit in the tank when they're on AEW. When you go and watch Pure Lucha other places, they don't.
They go. To use the food analogy, right? Like for AEW luchadors, we only get to see a little bit of like a bread, a little bit of the stuff in between, and then when they're in their element in actual like lucha libre, we get the whole ham and cheese, like everything, so which is fantastic. But this was a really fun match, and Collision is really fun because I feel like Collision does a lot of the lucha style matches. I mean, we do have Bandito in AEW and ROH, but so much fun. Definitely worth a watch, and probably one of my favorite matches this week. But we do keep it going because after this, though, we get another great match too. We get Mina Shirakawa versus a returning Lady Frost. I have missed Lady so much. Yeah, that's the crazy part too, because I've seen those variations of the rope walks from Commander. But back to this match. I've missed Lady Frost on my AEW television screen, and I do love that she plays the heel. But guys, the big question we also have to answer is who is sending these flowers to Mina Shirakawa? Because we got some flowers that were sent from a secret admirer. Amina thought it was Tony, but there is no card. So I was just like, what kind of game are we playing here?
It's Megan Bain.
Oh my gosh, if it turned out to be Megan Bain, that would be amazing. It'd be like, I loved you from afar. Like
that would be you wanna make a soap opera happen right quick. That's gonna be the one. I don't know Lady Frost like I feel like I should. I don't know where she's been or if I haven't seen her on the AEW. This was my first time seeing her. Amazing. So good.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's been a while since we've seen her too.
I don't know if she was hurt or she was gone for a bit or what.
Just traveling.
I was watching Dynamite for 3 years, and this is the first time I've seen her. So I don't know if she was on Collision or what. She's great. This was very cool introduction to her. I'm excited to see her.
Yeah. Well, they call her the queen of murder gymnastics.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I always love Lady Frost. Like she's very different than most. Like I know she's done a lot of stuff in CMLL, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This match was fun. It was like over the like a blink and you missed it. So.
Yeah. So, I mean, this was a really, really solid match. This was a lot of fun to watch. Mina wins, but the mystery of who sent her the flowers will probably be ongoing for a little bit. But I love Lady Frost. She's great. I love that in these Texas residencies is when we start seeing the people we haven't seen in like a hot minute. I was like, oh yeah, great stuff. All right, but after this though, guys, Mercedes is taking a break from AEW, and I'm like, well deserved, girl, well deserved. Like, holy hell. I have to remember she's been here for almost like 2.5, 3 years at this point. I was like, damn, that's crazy stuff.
We're 2 years. It's been 2 years officially right now. Yeah.
Yeah. So Mercedes, cutting this promo says that she's going to let the girls think they run this division. Then when she's going to come back, she's going to remind them all that it's really her division and she's just letting them run it. I was just like, take your break, Mercedes, girl.
Yeah.
Like, oof.
The first year was kind of rocky, but this whole last year, she's really held up.
Really fantastic. And there's a reason that she was my pick for my women's wrestler of the year. Like, but yeah. So I think this is where Mercedes is taking a break for AEW, and well deserved so. But I also think this is where we're going to start seeing her lose these championships from the other international promotions. Like, I think we'll get news be like, she lost this championship. And then when she returns, she's like, I have nothing left to lose. Let's do this, Chris. Like,
man, it's going to be an interesting time. If Mercedes is away, if the ladies will grow, or they'll get 2-minute matches on Dynamite and Collision.
If we go back to the 4, 5, 6-minute matches and commercials in between, that's going to be awful. I really think the women have shown they can handle it.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. That's exact. Man, they deserve their own show at least. At this point.
They do. Absolutely do.
They really, really do. Well, I mean, Primo, you bring up a good point too, because Mercedes can probably pop up back in the CMLL for the Women's Day show in March. That's always a fun show where it's all Amazona's action. But just to guess, I wouldn't be surprised if Persephone ends up being the one who gets that title off of Mercedes. But who knows? CMLL will have different ideas. But Mercedes is taking a break, at least from AEW television. So Homegirl deserves the rest. And good job, Mercedes, for giving us an amazing 2 years run. And take your break from AEW. And we'll see you when you come back. So, Mark Briscoe, these pictures are out of control. Like, I love these pictures of Mark, man. But speaking of CMLL talent, we do get a TNT championship match between Mark Briscoe, the champion, and our challenger, and the Alchemista, Hechicero. I love Hechicero. I was just like, my God, it's really great. She's just popping up in all Lucha shows, apparently, for Mercedes. Yeah, Mortos is also there. Also, shout out to the Beast Mortos. He is now officially an actual lawyer. So, hold on. Do I still have this picture? Please tell me I do. Yes.
We were talking about the Beast lawyer. Oh, my God.
He is now officially Frank Mortos, attorney at law.
I'm just a humble Beast lawyer. I don't know your ways. Oh,
shout out to Adolfo. That meme will still forever be one of my favorites that we have made here.
Amazing.
But as far as this match goes, this match was also really good. I had a good time with this one, honestly.
They had a full 25 minutes for this. Like they put in the work for this one.
Yes, at Settle having that dual contract, AEW and CMLL, man. Like,
that's good. Get the bag, man. I'm happy for him.
Definitely.
He's always been. I take back all the bad things I said about you when I first started making fun of your name. Please don't hurt me. You're awesome.
He'll put you in a pretzel twist.
Exactly, right? Like, get that bag because, like, this guy's amazing, and this match was it's a pretty damn good TV match. Like.
And they were snug too. Like they were rocking it. Like that knee Briscoe took, that running knee Briscoe took, was like, you just killed him. Game over, man. Like there's some stuff in here that was painful. Please continue.
No. Like I was just gonna say that, like, and, Mark has those frying pan hands, you know. But this was so much fun, but I didn't think Hetch was gonna win, but he put up a hell of a fight anyways. So
100%. And Primo bringing in some insight too, because again, where CMLL is now and working with other companies, this is a match you joke about wanting to see, and it actually happened. Freaking loved it.
Yeah,
It's
right.
very true.
This is one of those. What would it be like if that happened? And then it happens. Like, wait,
Think about
what?
it. But you have to think about it too. And Primo, you can fact check me on here. But CMLL, at least for us, normally doesn't work with outside, like with other companies. I mean, they still do stuff with New Japan, but the fact that they're working with AEW is really fun. But also, when you look at Mark Briscoe, like the Briscoe name has some weight in the wrestling world too, especially for those of us who followed like the first version of Ring of Honor too, with Mark and Jay Briscoe. Like the Briscoe brothers have some gravitas, if you will, in professional wrestling. So the fact that we see a CMLL talent who now also has a dual contract with AEW facing Briscoe. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Briscoe did do a CMLL run back in 2016, 2017, I think. Yeah, Ring of Honor was sending people all over the world too. So this was great. I love being a wrestling fan in 2026. And for people who are just like, I don't want like this, I was like, well, you're a hater.
There's people who didn't like this match.
This is the internet wrestling community. They always find a way to complain about something.
The IWC is filled with a lot of horrible people.
Yeah, that's why you should join us here at BC WrestlePod, because we are great, folks. But let's keep this going though, because we do have a lot. GYV and Ortiz and Kingston have a bit of a promo off, which makes this match official for Maximum Carnage, which I was like, this should be fun. I'm excited. Get some graps.
Some good tag team wrestling.
No notes. I think this will be fun. I love that Eddie just doesn't cut promos anymore. He just talks.
Yes,
like he is who he is.
He has gone into Uncle Kingston mode. He's just unk, and honestly, that's what we need.
He's totally unk. I'm glad he's back on the screen. I'm excited for it.
I am too. So we shall see how this match turns out tomorrow. Maya World girl, this picture is amazing. Like, she's just like, I know I'm bad. Like, oh, she gonna be a menace when she gets more time, like in AEW. I'm excited, but this is a really fun trios match. So we have pretty much all of our women's champions on one side here. You have the AEW Women's World Champion, Miss Chris Statlander, our TBS champion Willow Nightingale, who is also tag team champion with Harley Cameron. So this is Chris and the Babes of Wrath versus Hyann, Maya World, and of course, one of our other favorites on the independent scene, Miss Vert Vixen. We love Verts, especially for those of us who cover Defy. She's always popping up in Seattle in the Defy shows, which is really, really fun. This is solid, but yeah, I'm looking at Maya World in here. I'm like, girl, you're going to be a problem when you get more time, but I'm excited for it. Especially since Maya does have some experience, been training with Stardom girls too, so she's fantastic. And she's also Athena's student, so I'm like, girl, you're going to be good. Like,
I did not know that. That makes sense, though. Huh. So. I mean, yeah, super solid. Nothing that was weird or clunky. Like the women work harder than the men do. They just do. And when they make mistakes, we're harsher on them. Because sometimes they're a little bigger and bolder, right? But I thought this was great. I like seeing Chris Statlander and Willow on the same page. That just makes me happy because we just had a 2-year feud. It's like, oh, you're friends again. This is great. No, I like this a lot.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I thought there was a lot of chemistry between both teams, and Brett Bixen is somebody I've been a very big fan of for a while. Like, seen a revolver and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And this was a really solid. Like they built this match like a regular tag match, and which I thought was really interesting.
Mhm.
It was super fun though. I'm glad this somebody signed Brett Fiction. Somebody.
Seriously. Vert's really great. She's been in this business forever too, as we come to learn from watching Defy. Like, yeah, man. But the solid match. After the match, though, we get our champs celebrating with a group hug. You know, Harley Cameron states that her parents have finally reunited, which I love that. I was like, Harley never changed. And then we get the dominatrix who can, you know, take me anytime, Tekla. But I am not willing to fight Clark Connors for her because he'll beat me up with Wheelson. So Tekla gets on the mic and she reminds the champs that, this friendship is gross and that the Triangle of Madness are going to show them what's up as the champs are facing Triangle of Madness tomorrow at Maximum Carnage. So good times indeed. We love story progression, and we're finally getting somewhat of a fallout from World's End. So Don Callis cuts this promo. He's talking about how Okada retired the ace of New Japan in Hiroshi Tanahashi. And Kyle Fletcher comes up and interrupts, and Kyle, without being very angry about it, he's kind of pissed. He's just like, and then we learned that Kyle was the one who put that screwdriver in there to begin with. That was originally for him. And so for the fact that Okada what I loved from Kyle Fletcher in this, not only was he mad for himself, but he also told Don, it's just like, we're the Don Callis family. I'm kind of also mad at what Okada did to Takeshita too during that match as well. I was like, here we go. I was just like, Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher are starting to question things. And of course, being the ultimate finesser and gaslighter ever, Don Callis is like, you should focus on the TNT championship and then we can hold all the gold. I was like, completely dodging the accusations and the questions from Kyle Fletcher. He was bobbing and weaving.
This was sleight of hand.
I'm going to be totally honest. I ran out of time, so I only got through the 3/4 of the women's match, so I missed the whole ending of Collision.
Please go, because Kyle Fletcher brought us some very valid points. And so, Kyle and Takeshita are probably revving up to be like, nah, we're out. Bye. Like,
I'm excited. I think that's exciting. I think that gives them both more to do. I think Callis family's kind of run its course, and especially if you got Andrade in now and D&D, it's kind of a full family who you're going to feud with now. It gives us something to look forward to in 6-7 months when Will Ospreay's back. And do we get the Will Ospreay Kyle Fletcher, like we were kind of talking about a little while back?
They reconcile a little bit.
That reconciliation thing, which I'm sure they'd love to do and it'd be happy for them. But I got to go watch this and the next match, because the next match, just looking with my side eye, looks.
This was such a fun main event. I'm like, oh my goodness.
I'm cheating. I'm watching it as we're doing it, but this is nuts.
So we have the Demand versus Jet Speed and Anthony Bowens. I was like, oh my God, Anthony Bowens with Jet Speed is kind of like...
It's crazy. Like, this is distracting. It's so good. But please carry on.
So before we get into it, though, I got to shout out to Primo, though. I'm just a casual AEW guy, not caught up in the story, just making sure I can still say fuck down Callis. Yes, you can still say fuck down Callis. Like, honestly, we do anyway, so.
I like Primo. I will meet this Primo at some point. He sounds great.
Oh, man. Love him. You can catch him alongside myself and Will and Adolfo for CMLL tomorrow night. He's a great time. He knows his stuff. But yeah, this match was a lot of fun. I mean, the Demand is now being on TV more, which is great. This is fantastic. I have no notes. I had a good time. We're going to talk about the ending, though, because the ending was chaotic as fuck, but it was fantastic. Benny, I'm going to start with you, though, because you did watch this match. How did you feel about Demand actually finally taking on Jet Speed and having Anthony Bowens in this match?
I'm always happy to see Bowens, especially in a tag match. Jet Speed, this match, like everybody had chemistry, and like it was just what they needed at the end of the night. Like it was high energy, it was sort of silly, and uh, Ricochet, as we said earlier, can really do no wrong right now. And you know why that is? Because he's one of the best to ever do it.
Incredible.
Like,
and
absolutely incredible.
Oh, I watch Ricochet, and it just feels like, and I'm gonna be that sports guy. That's what a Hall of Famer is, right? And of course, he's gonna get shunned by WWE because he's come over here, fine, and who knows what that pans out for, and they misused him for however long. But someday, when there's just a all pro wrestling or whatever Hall of Fame thing, Ricochet will get his flowers because the way he sells is just so good. Like, how can I book you to win if you make losing look so good? Like, you make it harder for me.
Well, yeah, and again, we talked about this earlier, and we all brought up the fact that Ricochet, to at least to what we see, he doesn't mind losing, especially if he gets in different opportunities, like Primo brings up. He's excited to see the Demand Boys this weekend in CMLL, as am I, Primo, as am I. Not only Ricochet versus Titan, but you have the Goa Boys, the Gates of Agony, taking on Barbaro Cavernario and El Novio of CMLL, Soberano Jr. So that match, I'm excited. And, yeah, but focusing back onto this because we're coming to the tail end of it. This was a fantastic match. I had a blast watching this, and I was just like, you know what? Sometimes you lose some, you win some. And again, you brought up Ricochet. Ricochet is just, I love Ricochet. Never change. You're always a hoot, and I love it when you're in here. But
what is happening?
Yeah,
this ending is crazy.
Yeah, so the Demand wins. They are continuing to fight Jet Speed and Anthony Bowens. Then, of course, we have Max Caster come out. He's very torn on who he should side with. He ends up siding with Jet Speed and Anthony Bowens. But then the Don Callis family come out, and then the conglomeration run out. Like, we have a full, faction on faction warfare. And gentlemen, say it with me now. Because we saw this, you bet your bottom dollar we're probably going to get like an all-star 12-man tag team match like we did in the Grand Slam Mexico, where we had too many people in that ring. We're setting up some stuff. We're going to probably get a large multi-person match. And honestly, I'm here for it. If that means we can see Jet Speed, the Acclaimed, and the conglomeration versus the Don Callis family boys, which includes Mark Davis, just the plethora of people that we can see in this all-star match. I'm like, sign me up.
Wow. I got to go back and watch this. This is nuts.
So, yeah. Collision Go for it, Benny.
Anyways, one thing I loved about this was that, it's sort of it encapsulated, almost every match on the show. Minus the tag match at the beginning of the 6-man at the beginning, we got Commander and Pentacero, we got Mark Briscoe and Hechicero, Commander and El Clone out again. Everything's coming together. It's a nice little thread through this show. I like that.
We were calling for Max Caster and Bowens to find singles glory and do stuff, and it just seems like it never caught on. They never knew what to do. They've just been kind of winging it for 14 months. We're trying to earn our way back. I kind of want to see more Buddy Cop making fun of each other in the streets videos. But if we get to the Acclaimed sooner rather than later, I do think that's kind of cool. Yeah. What a crazy ending. I'll go back and watch that, but that just the clips I was seeing as we were talking look nuts.
Oh, 100%. Also, got to bring this up because we like razzing each other here. Primo's like, thank God the professor moved. Thought his stream stalled on his shocked emote. Primo is good people's. Like
And
he
just
really
stared
is.
at that like, what?
But that is how Collision ended, and that brings us to the end of the All Elite Ensemble review. Yeah, so I am praying that everything goes well because next week we will, or at least one of these Tuesdays, we will have all four of us on the show, and then it will never end.
It's a matter of time. We'll see.
Yeah,
I teach right up until call time, so I'll get here as fast as I can.
For reals. One of these days, all four of us will be together because I need JVL to stop thinking that it is, the world is against us and it's just not destined. I was like, don't go down that spiral.
Don't cry in a bathtub over me.
You're like, sure, we'll talk more afterwards. But yeah, I was just like, I also got to share with you, watching him and Minnie work together for the first time in what felt like forever, or like in general, was a sight to behold last night. It was great.
That's hilarious.
And Benny got to witness that awkwardness all too well last night.
Oh yeah, Benny's learned a lot from us. Benny's been here a while now. Benny's nothing surprised to Benny anymore.
No, it's not. He survived All in Texas review with just you and JVL when I was not here. So.
Right. That's right. That was all over the place. I'm excited. AEW's off to a really good first 2 weeks. Not to jinx them, but like they're on I like where they're going. I'm gonna try they're coming up to Sacramento, which is an hour and a half from me. I just gotta figure out if I could because it's on a Wednesday. Because it's Wednesday, you know what day it is. And I work for a living. So I'm gonna try and get down there to see it, hopefully, because that's as close as they're gonna get. But
I know AEW just is like, hey, we're going on the West Coast, you guys. So it's just like, guys, when you're nearby me, I can't go to the Dynamite show on the 11th, but that's because I already have plans because me and Mama are gonna go see Miss Cardi B. So we're going to a Cardi B concert at the arena here in our hometown. So.
Oh, we'll do that. That's around the corner. That's different.
Yeah, so I was just like, we already got tickets, and I'm like, I love you, AEW Dynamite, but I need to get my thought on with Cardi.
AEW also goes to random ass. They go to Ontario. Like you're going to weird places in California.
Ontario, California. I mean, it's the IE, the Inland Empire. Rancho Cucamonga is, I guess, close to Ontario, California, but whatever. I mean,
all right. Benny, we'll get you out here. We'll teach you all the weird stuff. You'll be fine.
That sounds fantastic.
Benny's like, yeah, okay, get me out of here.
Booking his flight now. Just
yeah, right.
And
love it. Oh man, I mean, Boston, y'all are more than welcome to come visit. Like Adolfo and Minnie here last spring, it was a lot of fun. So y'all are more than welcome. Our house is open to all the UBC WrestlePod boys. I mean, my mom would love to meet my internet friends, especially you, Professor, because you're a 49er fan, and she immediately loves all the 49er folks on this podcast.
My heart hurts and I'm nervous.
She is too. But yeah, that's going to be it for us here tonight. We still got some fun stuff happening this week. Tomorrow night is the double header of NXT and CMLL. So you're going to see a lot of me and Kilt and Papa Oso Will, as well as Primo. Thank you for being in here for the chat towards the tail end of the show. And then Friday, you will also see me and Papa Oso and the other Will as we talk about the AMC premiere of TNA, who is making their AMC network debut on Thursday. And then we will also be doing predictions because their first pay-per-view 2026 is this Saturday, TNA Genesis. I will be hosting a watch-along. We won't be streaming it, but it's still going to be a good time. And that's going to be me, Radio Will, and JT. And then Papa also is going to be in the house live because it's in Dallas, Texas. And that is, 2 hours away from him. So him and his husband are going to go watch. We love it. But that's going to be it for us here at All Elite Ensemble. We will be back next week on Tuesday, same time, to break down Dynamite and Collision. But until then, from all of us here at BC WrestlePod, remember, take care of yourself, love one another, stay iconic, and more importantly than anything, you always deserve to finish your story. We'll catch you tomorrow for the double header. But until then, sayonara, adios, and until time, peace.